Interesting music question I got asked. Did I like Teddy Pendergrass with Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes or solo? That's a good question because it's pretty tough. I think he was more versatile with Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. I think that he sung about more topics. I mean, when you hear "Wake Up Everybody" and you know "Bad Luck," and the songs that he talked about were centered more about more overall themes. I think that his solo career was more painting him as a lover man and a certain type of artistry, which the audience wanted that. But I think with Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, you had more of a balance. I think he was more conscious. I think it was more social conscious. Um, when you talk about artists, you got so much that you can do, some things that you can't do. Um, but sometimes with artists, you kind of are looking at the totality, and so it's kind of like, well, did I get this out of them? Did I move this out of them? And it's kind of like, what did I feel? One of the reasons why we like groups so much is because with groups you get an honesty. You get um, a situation where you feel something, and when you feel it, it's put there in a very poignant way. When you don't feel it, it just kind of leaves you kind of cold. So when I take this in consideration, um, I love listening to the Blue Notes. I love listening to the soul, the feeling, the voices. He got into such a type of different demeanor as a solo artist that you though it hits completely different. And I get it. I so get it. I mean, I got what that was about. I'm not even arguing about that. We can sit there and debate all day the pros and cons of it. I got what he was going at as an artist. It's one of those things that you can, how you look at it in comparison. So, um, I just kind of look at it like it's a different hit. It's a real different feel and a different hit. He was soulful, but he hit more when he was with Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. So when someone asked me Teddy Pendergrass with the group, with Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes or solo, I'm going to say more so with the group for me. I think that was the better balance of his talents. But the solo career ain't nothing that you would sneeze at. Who wouldn't want to be in that kind of run that he was in? Because he at the time had his first 5 albums go number one on R&B, which was unheard of for a male artist to be dominant. Because before there was Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie and Rick James, people they were dominating the R&B charts for that time. Even James Brown didn't dominate like that with the vocals. Teddy Pendergrass was that dude, Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder. Think about it, especially when I think about Stevie Wonder and Marvin Gaye and Al Green. So and Luther Vandross, who did come along and do that later, but way before an R. Kelly came along. Just saying, and Keith Sweat. So there's people that he was dominant on that chart. So, but having said all that, though, I liked his songs better with Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Though I liked him better in the group. I think I got the betterness of him, even though him and Harold, that whole thing was twisted and crazy. Please hit like, subscribe, work on thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like and hit the membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free, stay true. I'm my one time. Peace.